What is up, YouTube? This is Alucard AFK with another MTGO deck tech, this time mono black control. 24 swamps, Zendikar, beautiful, love them. 2 Tragic Slips, target creature gets negative 1/1 to end a turn. Use that to get rid of some mana dorks for 1 mana. Morbid ability, negative 13/13, get rid of some big bad creatures or just get something after you lost something essentially. Running 2 of those, 3 Duresses. Really sad most of the great discard cards rotated out, but target opponent reveals his or her hand. You choose a non-creature, non-land card from it. That player discards that card for 1 mana. Running 3 of those. Scroll of Grizzlebrand, that's a new one for me. It's kind of an instant speed discard. I can bring it for 1 mana, sack it for 1 mana, and they discard a card. The latter part, Control a Demon, that player loses 3 life. That kind of fits in with Desecration Demon. Little 1-2 punch there. Ravenous Rat, sometimes I play with more of him, depending. Ravenous Rat enters the battlefield, target opponent discards a card for 2 mana. He's a 1/1, so he can block attack, essentially. Blood Arse, wasn't sure if he was going to make the main deck. I use him a lot in my mono black drain decks, and that's the thing I love about black, is that I have so many different types of black decks. He did make it into the main board just simply because he's great for giving you life back. 2 of those. Night Terrors, really like this card. Wish I had found it sooner. Target player reveals his or her hand. You choose a non-land card from it. Exile that card. It's fantastic. That kind of replaces the Distress. You know, so I can choose anything that's not a land and exile it. Not even discard it, so they don't even get a chance to bring it back. Exile it. Running 3 of those. 3 Murders. Destroy target creature. Can't think of a better removal to put in here. It's great. So running 3 of those. Underworld Connections, that's kind of our card drawing engine. Pay 1 life, draw a card. You can attach it to a land. Running 2 of those. Don't usually use more than 1. Don't usually need to draw more than 1 card. I don't like Sign in Blood, which you pay 2 life and draw 2 cards. It's a little bit too much for me. Messenger, really great. 3 straight black, not a problem with this deck. It comes in tapped, and they lose 2 life. He's Undying. So, great card. A lot of times when I need him to come out and block, he is coming out tapped, so that's the only downside. He's really great with, obviously, Blood Artist. So running 3 of him. Vampire Nighthawk, Flying Death Touch, Lifelink, 2/3 for 3. No brainer. Was really, really great. Happy when he came back from Zendikar to M13, so I have to play him. Running 3 of him. 2 Mutilates. Anytime I use more than put more than 2 Mutilates in this deck, I end up not playing them. So all creatures get negative 1/1 to end a turn for each swamp you control. Wish it was a Black Sun Zenith. Unfortunately, he rotated out 4 mana. Lillian of the Dark Realms, +1 ability. Search your library for a swamp, reveal it, put it into your hand, shuffle your library. Negative 3 ability, that's what we're using a lot. Target creature gets XX or negative XX until end of turn, where X is the number of swamps you control. So get 5 or 6 swamps out there attached to a Vampire Nighthawk. You're getting life back, and you're probably going to kill him. So really great, really, really great card. Running 2 of her. We don't use the ultimate, not in this deck anyway. Desecration Demon, amazing card. 6/6 for 4 mana. Flying at the beginning of each combat. Any opponent may sacrifice a creature. If a player does, tap the demon, put a 1/1 counter on it. That's the only downside, if you can call it a downside. If they have a lot of tokens, yeah, they're probably going to sack their tokens so that you can't swing in. Running 3 of him. Sometimes I run 4 of them. Rise from the Grave, cannot thank King enough. Put target card from any graveyard onto the battlefield under your control. That creature is a black zombie, in addition to its other colors and types. 5 mana. Sometimes I run 3 of those. 2 is pretty good. I'm usually grabbing something in their graveyard. If Desecration Demon isn't mine, I'm grabbing him. So, really, really great card. Sometimes that becomes our win condition. You know, we grab something big and bad from their graveyard and put it out late game, and we win. Augustine Hollow, kind of a new one to this deck. I found even with the Desecration Demons, if they're tapping him and stuff like that, and even with these guys in here, there's really not enough to kind of push it over the edge and become a win condition. So, Intimidate, whenever a human deals damage to you, destroy it. Other non-human creatures you control get 1/1 and have Undying. He's a 5/5 for 6. There's a lot of 6 mana creatures you could play that are 6/6s or 5/5s and stuff, but I really like his other creatures you control get 1/1 and have Undying. So only 1 in the deck. Sometimes I put 1 in the sideboard, but he is a legendary creature, so that's the main board, guys. Sideboard, Cower and Fear. Creature your opponent controls get 1/1/10 a turn. That's really a token killer for us for 3 mana. It's pretty obvious. We'll run a 2 in the deck. Dead Weight for red deck wins. Enchant creature. Creature gets -2/2 for 1 mana. So get rid of Ash Zealots and things like that for 1 mana. Essence Harvest, that's a way to get some life back. Target player loses X life and you gain X life, where X is the greatest power among creatures you control. So if we have Desecration Demon out, we're going to get 6 health back and they're going to lose 6 life. Run a 2 of those. Mind Rot, he was kind of the place where I had Night Terrors at, and I just kind of threw 1 in here. Sometimes it's useful to throw a little bit more discard in there. Sever the Bloodline, really great against Entreat the Angels or anything with the same name. Exile target creature and all other creatures the same name as that creature. Flash it back for 5 colorless, 2 black. Rarely use that. Running 2 of those. Tribute to Hunger, another way to get some life back. Target opponent sacrifices a creature, you gain life equal to that creature's toughness for 3 mana. I mean, we could have put a bunch of life link creatures in here and gain a lot of life back, but that's not what this deck is about. So, I mean, it's not mono black drain. I have one of those decks somewhere else. Tormod's Crypt. Sacrifice the Crypt, exile all cards from target player's graveyard for 0 mana. So against any deck that's using a lot of graveyard shenanigans. And Witchbane Orb enters the battlefield, destroy all curses attached to it, you have hexproof. So against a burn deck, they're not going to win. A lot of control decks, they're probably not going to win against you unless they have a destroyed target artifact, essentially. So that is the sideboard, guys. That is Mono Black Control. Comment, like, and subscribe. We'll catch you later. Bye.